Greetings to you. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my daily meditation that I do for myself. I record it and I release it because maybe somebody else out there can get something out of it. It just so happens that I love God and I love theology. Choose God this day. You know, the bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. You know, that doesn't mean that you don't have to deal with your consequences. None of us get away from that. You know, good or bad. We still have to deal with that, you know. But you might have to have things or issues that you deal with for the rest of your life. But if you come over to God's team with it, He'll help you get through it. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. And that's not going to be an excuse for people. You know. He's giving everybody an opportunity to choose Him. You know, love yourself, because if you love yourself, if no one else loves you, you'll be okay. You know, and never give up on yourself. If you lost everything you have, if you have yourself, you have everything. You can always rebuild. For those of you just tuning in, I focus out of 3 major religious texts: the Bible, the Quran, and I'm in an introductory Buddhist text called The Shape of Suffering, and it deals with dependent co-arising. Without no this, there's no that, and everything that we say and do has an effect on our senses. I try to rotate the text at least twice a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how I'm led to meditate each day. I'm back in the rotation for the Quran. I'm still in chapter 4, the woman, but I'm in section 14, Muslims who remained with the enemy, verses 97 through 100. As for those whom the angels cause to die while they are unjust to themselves, the angels will say, "What were you doing?" They will say, "We were weak in the earth." They will say, "Was not Allah's earth spacious so that you could have migrated therein? So these it is whose refuge is hell, and it is an evil resort." Let's soak that in for a minute. Except the weak from among the men and the women and the children who have not the means, not can they find a way to escape. Just think about that for a minute. Whatever comes to your mind when you think about what I'm reading. So these it may be that Allah will pardon them, and Allah is ever pardoning, forgiving. So the people that can run, they run. They have the means to run. But those of us that can't run, God's going to have a pardon for us. And whoever flees in Allah's way, He will find in the earth a place of escape and abundant resources. And whoever goes forth from his home fleeing Allah and His messenger, then death overtakes him, his reward indeed with Allah. And Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. I'm with God. So, whichever way it goes, whether I flee or not, I'm not rich and affluent, but if I have to leave, I have to leave. We never know what's going to happen to us. As we can see, all over the world is showing us. Always have a bag or some clothes, certain clothes together for like, if you got to be out in the elements. Just you don't have to, even if you don't wear them, just keep them off to the side. We never know. None of us do. But if you're doing something wrong, God can find you wherever you're at. But He's having mercy on those of us who seek Him. Now take it for however you want.